Hey girl, welcome to On My Mark, your weekly transformational podcast designed to motivate, empower, and inspire to aspire. Yes, in that order. I am your host, Ravimber C, and I'm a speaker by passion, philanthropist by purpose, and a Zimbabwean by tradition. I want to let you in on a little secret. This isn't your typical motivational podcast. This right here is transformational. So join me every Tuesday for your weekly dosage of inspiration. Hey everyone, welcome to the last Tuesday of 2020. Wow, 2 more days to go until we enter 2021. Wait, hold on. Is it 2 days? Because you know what? My mind is already in 2021. So, okay, fine. Let's say 3 days, because obviously on the third day is the first. So, yeah, 3 days. I've been in my mental transition into 2021 since the 1st of December. So, forgive me, guys. Next week will be our last episode of the season. Oh, gosh, I am so emotional. It's been a transformational season, and I'm already looking forward to season 2, guys. I can promise you season 2, I keep saying this, is going to be bigger and it's going to be better for sure. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. Mine was special. I got to spend it with my grandma. I love my granny. She's so amazing and seriously funny. I should have brought her here today, actually, to say hi. Maybe I'll bring her on our last episode so she can just close the season for us in style. So remember, throughout this month of December, we've been focusing on the transition into the new year, letting go of all limitations and unnecessary baggage and embracing the new year. So this is it, the final stretch, the home run of our mental transition into 2021. So today's topic is a personal favorite of mine because I think this is one of the most vital and crucial things in anyone's journey of life. The best way to judge process and growth is to evaluate yourself. What's working in your life? What's not working? What to do, what you need to amend, what you need to adjust, what do you need to let go of, who do you need to let go of. Listen, self-evaluation of 2020 is crucial because there's some things and people that you need to leave behind in this year. So let's get into this week's episode, self-evaluation. I'm pretty sure when you hear self-evaluation, you have a basic idea of what exactly we mean. Self-evaluation, that process of assessing yourself and weighing up your own achievements. It's as simple as this: taking a step back to check yourself and figure out where you are in your path. Some of us have been so overwhelmed with life, we haven't really taken a break to stop and look at ourselves. Everyone gets a little lost in their track, but it's the process of self-evaluation that will help you to realign yourself with your path. You got to evaluate your life as a whole, yourself as a person, and evaluate the people in your life. I'm sure everyone knows that auntie on the stairs that appears at the end of each year with her bags of things she's letting go of and carrying her bags of goodness she's entering the new year with. I was laughing when I saw someone commenting that, oh, auntie is back again. But then I realized that some people each year are letting go of the same baggage year in, year out. So are you really letting go of things, or are you just carrying the same baggage into the new year each time? If you really think about it, the reason why some people have not got to where they want to get to by now is because you haven't let go of certain situations. You haven't let go of certain mindsets. You haven't let go of certain limiting thoughts, certain people in your life. These are the bags that you gotta drop today before you enter in the new year. Drop them for good. Not drop them now and then a few months in the year we start to pick them up again. No. I read a quote that said, growth is not learning new things. Growth is unlearning limiting factors or letting go of limiting factors. That's deep. As you enter into 2021, stop stopping yourself. I've been looking at my life and myself, and I was thinking, girl, you are actually not doing as much evaluation with your life as you ought to be. Like, seriously, because you don't have to wait until the end of the year before you set New Year resolutions. I mean, each day of your life is a new day, a chance for you to evaluate the day before, last week. What worked last week that you want to implement again this week? What didn't work last week that you can change this week? Do you know what I mean? Why are we not taking these little steps? How much did you not get to achieve last week that you can achieve this week? Why didn't you achieve that last week? Is it that you didn't wake up early enough every day? Is it that you were rushing too much? Is it that you spent too much time on one particular thing and not the other? Why are we not doing these evaluations of our lives more regularly? Why? Like, why are we not doing that? Why? What worked yesterday? Yesterday, I had a fantastic day. Why did I have a fantastic day yesterday? Or maybe it's because I woke up early, because I managed to do A, B, and C, because I stuck to what I was supposed to do. Brilliant. So how can I make sure that tomorrow I have the same kind of day? Maybe I need to wake up the same time tomorrow. No, seriously though, do you ever have these kind of evaluations with yourself? I mean, if you do and it works, that's great. If you're not doing this more often, then it's high time that we all start doing this. I have a question. What are you letting go of this year? No, seriously. You don't have room to take on new things and step into new territory because you're holding on to things that have no business with where you're going. There's a whole lot of people that you have that don't even serve any purpose in your life, and that's facts on facts. Listen carefully. There are certain people that no longer serve a purpose in your life, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I always laugh when I hear people say, oh, we used to be close, but we're not really that close anymore. Like, why does it always sound negative? Like, people always say it in a negative tone, like, oh yeah, me and we used to be close, but we're not really that close anymore. It's never, it's hardly ever said in a positive tone. Listen, letting go of people in your life is not a bad thing. Letting people go, people letting you go in their life is not a bad thing either. Oh yeah, because it goes both ways. The same way you want to let people go in your life is the same way that people want to let you go too. You've got to accept that. Let people go. You have outgrown some people's capacity. You have outgrown some people's mental capacity. There's certain people that I don't speak to anymore, but I don't see that as a bad thing, because to me, it's like we're no longer on the same mindset. We're operating on different frequency levels. I have outgrown where you're at. But wait, that doesn't make that person a bad person. It just means that progress is different. My progress and your progress is different. Everything has a time. The fact that Australia is going to enter 2021 before the rest of us do doesn't mean that we're slow. It just means in our own time. Everything has its time. Your time and someone else's time is not the same time. So what's happening for me in my time, I've got to move with my time. You cannot slow your time down because you got to wait on someone else's time. No, you've got to keep it moving with your time. See, this is the problem. Sometimes people are still stuck in friendships and relationships that they don't need to be stuck in. And in those friendships are slowing them down, because what happens is sometimes when your progress or growth appears to be quicker or faster than that of your friend, and it unsettles them. That's unhealthy. Run. People need to understand that our destinations are not the same. My race is not your race. My lane is not your lane. You have to get to a particular place at a particular time. And then your friends got to get to a particular place at their own particular time. So you cannot afford to slow your own progress to accommodate anybody else, because we are all on different routes. We are running different races. The same way you shouldn't try to slow down your friend's progress to feed your own insecurities. Your circle is supposed to be proud, not jealous. One key element in your process of self-evaluation is knowing how to pace yourself. Let's take it back to school for a minute. When you're at school, how you have terms, like you have school terms. You know that in this term, you need to be at this certain level for you to pass. By this time in this term, you gotta have attained this grade for you to be at a particular level. When you're at work, they give you targets based on time frames. They don't just give you a target and say, oh, just make sure you achieve this whenever you feel like. No, they give you specific targets according to specific time frames because they want you to achieve specific things within that time period. You need to adopt that same formula in your life. Let's look at athletics. Okay, the rule in athletics is that you're running in your own lane, but there's a certain period of time that you need to achieve a certain goal. If you're running in the 100 meters, for example, there's a certain time that you want to run that 100 meters within. If you're running a marathon, there's a certain time that you want to run that marathon within. So you got to pace yourself. You pace yourself so that you don't run too quickly and you don't run out of gas, or that you don't run too slowly and you take too long. You gotta pace yourself. That's why it's important that within your evaluation of life, within that progress of getting to where you want to go, you need to have mini goals within the big goal. You gotta have mini targets that you set yourself, because this helps you grow towards where you want to go. This helps you to keep focused, because as we know, there's so many things in life that's gonna come your way. We have said this countless times. Let's look at, what's that race in athletics, that steeplechase? Yes, a steeplechase in athletics. You know, in the steeplechase race, they have hurdles and you're jumping. 1 minute you're jumping over the hurdles, then you jump the hurdle into the water. Like, you're doing so much within one race. But because you got a picture of the finishing line, you keep going. Start with small targets daily and grow. Maybe you might tell yourself, my target today is to read 1 chapter of a book. My target today is to ensure that by the end of the week, I would have achieved 1, 2, 3. These mini targets, mini assessments, mini evaluations play a big part in the big picture of your life. So we said at school, they use grades to evaluate your progress. At work, you have targets to evaluate your progress. So in your own personal life, what are you using to evaluate your progress? Because if you don't know, you're going to start using other people's progress and achievements to evaluate your own. Remember in episode 3, Piano, we spoke about starting at the end goal in mind as we enter into 2021. Let's start with the end goal in mind. Where do you see yourself at the end of 2021? Use that destination of where you want to get to evaluate your progress. With that said, guys, I want to wish everyone, listen, everyone has been waiting for this moment to just enter into 2021. Like, I want to wish everyone a happy New Year in advance. May 2021 be your year to go harder and bigger. 2021, we are ready. And for the last time this year, we say, on my mark, get set, let's get it. Join us again next week as we continue to transform and win. Be sure to subscribe on our website onmymark.co for weekly exclusives and giveaways. Until next time, on my mark, get set, let's go.